question to this is my point to Ajay, to Anmol C. You don't like this comparison, but in the minds of the people of Delhi, there are only two images which are coming right now. One, ladies and gentlemen, right hand side, the incredible palace of Arvind Kejriwal. This is actually, I had a debate yesterday. I said, should Arvind Kejriwal's palace,
and built in record time,
should Arvind Kejriwal's wonderful palace, can you imagine? Aam Aadmi Party leader, look at that private gym. Just look at that. It looks like maybe this is Taj or Oberoi Hotel, or maybe even greater. Maybe it's some, 5-star, 7-star hotel in London. Just look at the manicured grass. Just look at the fittings in the kitchen. The fittings in the kitchen look like, they are 10,000 times better. Look at the furniture in the drawing room. Just look at the interiors which have been done. Just look at the marble passageways.
Look at the water treatment plant there for 15 crores.
And on the other hand,
the department was involved.
And who paid for this? No, Ishkaran, who paid for this? Who paid for this palace?
Of course, actually.
Can I respond, Arnab?
Who paid for this palace?
Now, Arnab, it's a question to me. Who paid? As a resident and as a voter of Delhi, I have a right to be heard. The actual Aam Aadmi of Delhi paid for this mansion. It reminds me when people were suffering COVID, it reminds me of Mary Antoinette. If they do not have bread, why don't they eat cakes? If they don't have metros, if they don't have jails, if they don't have infrastructure, how does it matter as long as I have my palace? But on a serious point, it's very easy to interview a politician, ask him softball questions, and the
Can I have the visuals of the person speaking?
Then comes to a TV channel. But what your journalists, by going on ground, have done is irrefutable evidence, because man may lie, man may show any placard here, but when you bring the photographs of what is the phase of the metro completion and you see
Can I have the visuals of the person speaking
on it? Pictures of the barren land which is lying where a jail should have been constructed, that cannot be refuted by holding placards on a TV debate, because the picture is worth 1,000 words. It's a document, it's an evidence which your journalists, by going on ground, have brought. And rather than answering on that, firstly, please don't interrupt. What is the reason a person who used to move in wagon-R and say, I will not take VIP facilities, has to not only have a government accommodation, but an accommodation which is fit for the Sultan of Brunei? Nothing less than that. That is the accommodation you have. That is the cavalcade today you have. But you will today dismiss all that by doing what about it? It was your poll promises of bringing Aam Aadmi to power, not to squeeze Aam Aadmi out, not to flood Delhi with liquor, so that Aam Aadmi, who has a liquor problem, can buy it cheap.
Okay, one minute. I would like to.
So that is the problem which they need to answer. Holding placards, when you have the fancy pictures, the woodwork, Arnab, just see the woodwork on that wooden shelf. No book. But the woodwork must be only worth lakhs of rupees. See the sofa covers. That must be lakhs of, maybe if not crores of rupees. So all those points need to be answered, which will not be answered. Why don't you hold the picture which is shown on the screen and explain why did you spend that much money on a sofa chair? Why did you spend that much money on the woodwork? Why did you spend that much money on the door handles? Why did you spend that much money on the bed? Why did you spend all that money when
Arnab, I want to respond.
Yeah, Anmol.
And you are bringing Aam Aadmi to power. Why did you squeeze the Aam Aadmi out to build this palace? Please answer all those. What was the reason when Delhi was suffering under COVID to have this? And without walkabout, could you not live in a bed of 5,000 rupees? Could you not sit on a chair of 2,000 rupees that you did to have fancy chairs?
Anmol,
Can I respond?
Anmol, just yes, of course. My question to you is this, Anmol, and it's to Anmol.